Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football update show. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the uh, Chicago Bears, and there are 53 seconds left to go in the first half, the second quarter. It's 3-3, tied at 3-3. It's the second and six of the Chicago 33, and the Seahawks have the ball. And we'll talk about what we expect to happen in this game, and we will talk about uh, uh, what uh, what we do feel is going to happen with this game tonight. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football Week 17 trivia question. It's a Seahawks trivia question. Who was the first player the Seahawks traded for in their franchise history? I'll have the answer later on the podcast. Well, it's Week 17 of the NFL regular season. Your full holiday week of football continues with Thursday night football tonight. As I mentioned, it's Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears hosting the Seattle Seahawks. It's in Chicago at Soldier Field in Chicago tonight. While the 4-11 Bears have already been eliminated from playoff contention, the same can't be said for the Seahawks. However, Seattle can only make the postseason via an NFC West title, meaning the Los Angeles Rams need to lose out, including a loss to the Seahawks in Week 18 next week. The Seahawks would be eliminated with a loss to the Bears tonight. Excuse me. Uh, to the Bears tonight. With a loss to the Bears tonight, the Seahawks would be eliminated. Excuse me. Geno Smith has an 0-6 starting record when playing on Thursdays. It's tied for the worst win percentage by a starting quarterback on Thursdays. The Bears are, on the other hand, have lost 9 straight games as Thomas Brown's audition for the full-time head coaching position is not going so well. However, the number one overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft has thrown 10 touchdowns compared to 0 interceptions over the last 9 games. In fact, Williams has not thrown a pass to the wrong team since Week 6. It's an NFL showdown on the day after Christmas, follow along in the live. Actually, you can follow up in the day after Christmas, as this is really going to be a good game tonight, and it's on Amazon Prime Video. It's not on Fox or any of the networks, and the Bears have tied the game thanks to they tied it thanks to a 13-play, 67-yard drive. We have life in Chicago. Caleb Williams took his offense 67 yards down the field on 13 plays, and Santos hits from 42 yards out to tie the game. The Bears have picked up just 25 yards before that drive, and it's 3-3 right now. Caleb Williams threw a pretty impressive TD to Roman Ongunzi, but the throw was taken off the board thanks to Koran holding, and Caleb Williams has impressive broken play. A botched snap turns into a first down. This is what the Bears fans want to see from Caleb Williams, and so we'll see if the Bears can get the win tonight, or if Seattle can get the win and keep their slim playoff hopes alive. Now, Seattle went 71 yards on 11 plays and hit a field goal on its first possession, but that feels like ages ago. The Seahawks have since punted 3 times and picked up 54 total yards. Geno Smith has completed 7 of 11 passes for 58 yards, but his offense has converted just 2 of 6 third downs. Zach Charbonnet and Kenny McIntosh have rushed combined 12 times for 77 yards. Seems like the Seahawks should just keep pounding the rock. I want to say Zach Charbonnet is emerging back in this league, But I also don't want to ignore that this is Chicago. This Chicago defense front is getting pushed around. Uh, both can be true. And the Bears struggling. The Bears have had 3 drives so far, and they're 0-3 on third downs, and have picked up just 1 on first down and 25 total yards. Caleb Williams and Rome Otunzi are not on the same page, and I think the fault really falls on the rookie wide receiver here. And this is from win the game from. But the Bears did punt again, and they did pick up its first down on the game after a short pass to DJ Moore that went 9 yards on the 1st and 10, but the drive stalls after 16 yards gained on 5 plays. Kareem Allen appeared to drop a pass on 3rd and 5 outside the numbers, but it wasn't the easiest catch. You could hear from the Bears fans sigh as it fell incomplete. And the Seahawks answer the Bears 3 and out with a 3 and out of their own. Geno Smith fell down for a loss of 9 yards on 1st and 10 at the Seattle offense, and the Seattle offense could not overcome that big loss. Charbonnet did have a nice 11-yard gain off a pass on 2nd and 18, but Smith couldn't hit Jackson Smith Najiba on 3rd and 7. And then the Bears went 3 and out. This was around 8:31. Seattle's offense impressed on its first drive, while Chicago's did not. Ross John Johnson and DeAndre Swift picked up 5 total yards rushing on 2 carries. Then rookie wide receiver Rome Otunzi dropped a pass. Dropped a Caleb Williams pass on 3rd and 5. Excuse me. And rain is falling in the Windy City as the Bears offense takes the field, and we'll see how long it lasts. And the radar doesn't indicate that this is some massive weather system. And Seattle had struck first and the first field goal. Seattle's offense marched right down the field on this Chicago's defense, racking up and rushing 7 yards on 7 carries, and split between Kenny McClintosh and Zach Charbonnet. And Geno Smith went 2 of 3 for 18 yards, and his lone incompletion came in the red zone, where the drive stalled. 11 plays, 71 yards, and Jason Myers' field goal was good from 27 yards out, and it was 3-0. Then Seattle had picked up. It's now halftime. The score is 6-3. Seattle at halftime. Seattle had picked up a 39 yards so far on the opening drive. 3 first downs. Charbonnet had 19 yards rushing on 3 carries. Seahawks get the ball first, and that's when they were underway. And Kenneth Walker II had been placed on injured reserve, so Zach Charbonnet is in tonight's game. He scored a touchdown in every game as a starter this season, and right now that is where we stand. And I'm gonna the DK Metcalf got an unsportsmanlike conduct. He was penalized for unsportsmanlike contact, and Geno Smith led his offense 38 yards down the field on 8 plays. Jason Myers had a 50-yard field goal to give Seattle a 6-3 lead heading into halftime, and Seahawks got the lead at halftime. So we'll get back to this in a moment, but right now it is time to reveal the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football Week 17 trivia question. Who was the first player the Seahawks traded for in their franchise history? And if you said Steve Largent, you are correct. The Seahawks traded an eighth round draft pick to the Houston Oilers for Largent. The Seahawks wound up with the better end of the deal as Largent uh, went on to play 13 years in the National Football League. And I'll have another trivia question on my next podcast, so stay tuned for that, which will be on Saturday for the three NFL games. I will have it for them. Uh, and right now it's 6-3 halftime, and Chicago's head coach better have a long talk with him before that second half. And Baltimore, they locked up that victory over the Ravens over the Texans yesterday. Over the Texans. Over the Texans yesterday, 31-2, and it was all Baltimore. There's not much to talk about with this one. And but I do feel I am taking Seattle for tonight's game, and I think my brother-in-law is too. He also took Kansas City and Baltimore. We both won on those, and and you'll get the Saturday one, the ones for Saturday on Saturday. I'll give it to you then, and the ones for Sunday on Sunday. So, but Seattle, it's been a low-scoring first half. It's been a game of field goals so far, and we'll have to see if a touchdown can come into play this second half. And so we shall see. And both Seattle and Chicago really need to step it up this second half. And Seattle, they want to get the win to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. So we will have to wait and see what happens. So let's hope Seattle can get the win, or can Chicago get another win just for pride and to get an up their draft pick in the first round. They have the first one, and so we'll see if they can get another win, even though their season is basically over. So, but let's hope Seattle can keep their slim playoff hopes alive. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football update show. I'll be back with the Thursday Night Football postgame show once the game between the Seahawks and Bears has concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.